Hello guys, this is Oxman, gonna bring you a little news series. It's gonna be smooth. Hi, yeah, I'm tired. Okay, right, so what I'm gonna do is, basically, I got a request of a little tutorial for a rotary vehicles, or flying in general. I'm gonna start with rotary airframes, and that means helicopters. What I placed it on new test is a Chinook. Do not start flying the Chinook if you're new to flying. You won't, um, if you do learn flying the Chinook, everything else is going to be easy. There's three sets of helicopters. You know, the heavy ones, the ones that is the hardest to fly, and then you have the medium ones, which is medium. You know, it's not too hard, it's not too easy, and you have the light, which is the little bird, easier as hell. There's no issue. I can fly this one and do barrel rolls. It's complete. I don't know, it's not good for training or practicing. So basically, I'm gonna fly with a Huey, oh, UH-60, which is the Black Hawk. And the Black Hawk is going to be on the ground here. I would recommend either the Black Hawk, the Sea Knight, the MH-60, which is basically the US Marine Corps version, and then the Huey, which is the Super Huey, I think. The US Marine Corps Huey. But let's start with this one. Basically, what I've done is I'm gonna do full. We'll start at an easy, basic. Basically, forecast the weather just perfect, clear. That way we can have no issues with flying and we can see. So basically, let's go into the game. I'm gonna explain a little bit what you need. Right now, I don't have view distance on, so I'm gonna put that on 6,000. We don't need terrain, so if you wanna go into options and change that, when you fly, you don't really need terrain. It's very low. Objects, I don't know. I don't tend to push my computer by seeing different stuff. Basically, this is what you have to look at. Some people think the panels here are worthless, but they are not. Basically, this is the direction. We're right now pointing east. If you don't have that HUD up there, if you don't see it, you can always check there and get a little reference where you're going. 12 stands for 120, 150, and so on. That's the direction you're facing. This is the most important one. This, you see where your nose is pointing, and obviously now we're pointing downward, but basically I always use that to reference how much I'm actually tilting, because you cannot see from the cockpit always how much you're tilting, or flaring backwards or going forwards, and that way you can just see what you're doing. But all in all, I think the tutorials that come in with the game, you'll learn about the speed. The speed is up on the top, SPD. The direction is in between, and then the altitude, and of course the directions. The hull damage radars, semi 60 means that you have 60 flares, nothing special. So I'm gonna start up. I'm gonna use the keyboard now. I am not really good with flying with keyboards. I'm obviously not gonna be able to use my vision because I won't have track IR, but I don't have track IR, but I have a little knob on my joystick which allows me to move my head. Right, so I'm just gonna point down a little bit so I can see the panels. So I'm gonna press Q and I'll hold it in. I'm gonna release it now because I just wanna have the engine started, and when it's all started and all, I'll start gaining altitude. So what I want to do is basically go through the basics. When you fly, you want to fly always as safe as possible, and I believe now the engines are up. We're easy on the wheels. I'm gonna go to third person, and you can see here, nice helicopter. Right, so let's go in. Okay, I'm holding down the Q, tilting forward a bit. I'm tapping the left. I'm not holding in the Q right now. I'm basically just pressing it whenever I need speed. Right now I'm gonna go down a little bit. There you can see that the on the panel to my left. You can see that I'm pointing down, and then you can see that we're turning. Obviously, I'm not good with flying with the keyboard. It's not that precise. Right, so let's try it on land on that hill. Right now, you can see that I'm tilted back, I'm flaring, and while I'm doing so, I'm pressing set, which basically lowers my collective, lowers the attitude, the engine power, which makes me, you know, go downwards. Let's land in between here. Now we know 16 speed. We're basically very slow. Now we can, you know, push down. We always want to tilt backwards. Make sure that speed doesn't go to minus. Just tapping the set button. I don't want to force it down too quick. Tapping, tapping, tapping. We're on 15. Now's a good time to push it down. And now I just hold down set and make sure that I'm on the ground. And now I've released everything. I'm on the deck, and it's fine. When you do fly the helicopters, you want to be gentle. You don't want to, you know, hold in stuff. It makes you fly like a moron. You just want to tap and do precise movements instead of you know, just holding in like this. It basically doesn't really, you know, work. But all you need to do is, when you've learned, you know, how to basically do things, you know, land and all, slow down. You just want to keep practicing. It sounds boring, but you know, if you want to learn how to fly, you'll have to take some time to it. You don't have to go too fast. When coming in on our LC, let's get land on the helipad, or right in front of us. We have 120 in speed. Now I'm tilting 5 degrees up. I'm basically slowing down. I'm not doing anything else. I'm just letting it be there. Right now I see that I'm dropping too low in speed. I want to have a smooth landing. I don't want to, you know, stop and then you know, go forwards and then, you know, land. We want to have it all in one go. Right, we're closing in on this little area here. Let's tilt back a little bit more. Right, there we go. Just tap the set button to lower the collective, and then you tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it, and you're on the ground. So you don't want to land too quick. You just want to be gentle. You don't want to land like a damn, you know, bomb. You just want to touch the ground a little bit, and then, you know, put it down. It's definitely easier to fly with a joystick, but you know, most people don't always have that. But it's definitely easier. It's easier to do, you know, smooth movements and not look like this, you know, pressing up and down. It looks kind of weird. But well, basically, you know, slow down. You can land. I can land now. If I do it smoothly, I won't take too much damage. But 20 or 30 is very good speed to, you know, set down on. You always want to have forward momentum when you land. You don't want to go backwards when you land. That could cause, if there's a degree or, you know, a slope, you might go backwards. And if that happens, you want to go full power and you want to get out of there, because don't take any risks. So basically that's landing and taking off. This is just the basics I'm walking through, nothing special. In the end, I'll definitely, you know, go through pinnacle landings with the chin up and you know, nap of the air, flying close to the ground. And if you wanna, when you land, you can definitely use third person. Right now, let's land on this hill to our right. Want to slow down a little bit. Using the rudder right now and tilting. Right, we have 30 in speed. It's a small LC, so we don't want to take it too quick. Right, we're currently going forwards and we're close. I'm going to land on this side. Tapping that down button. And we're very close to that bunker. But all on this is not good LC. And for me, it's not easier to fly in third person. I prefer using the in the cockpit view, first person view. That way I'll have more. I've learned how big the helicopter is, and I don't really need to look behind me. If there's a area in the woods where you want to land, you definitely need to use third person, or have someone tell you that you're clear of any trees or whatever. You don't want to park up a tree, so obviously that's important. So basically flying around here, let's just snap at the air. You're flying close to the ground, masked in these trees here. And here we go. And we can do a little quick LC here between these buildings. Right there, you can always go back and check which degrees I'm using to stop and what speeds I'm dropping from. Right now I'm using third person to see that my back tail is clear. And there you go. Landed. So that's it. Landing and taking off. And a little bit of the basics of the airframe. Later on I'll post more videos about this. If you have requests, if you want to learn something special, comment below, and I'll try and make a guide for it. Let's do a loop. No, let's not do that. Stupid. Nice. So just remember when you land, you tap, you don't hold in. That obviously just makes you do this. Just tap a little bit, and if you tap too much, you have to tap left. Don't hold it in. Whatever the fuck you do, do not hold a button in when flying with a keyboard. It's not good. Well, the throttle maybe sometimes if you want to drop fast, or you know. And yeah. I fly better with the joystick, so don't judge me now. Right, so let's crash this. Oh. Okay, I'm too bad to crash. So, oh, I can land there. Coming in low, I'm dropping speed. And basically, when you pull down your stick, you'll flare, which basically, you'll gain altitude, and at the same time slow down. If you do want to compensate for that, you lower the engine power, which basically makes you move forward and lose speed, or kind of forward, depends on how much you're clicking. So if we have speed there, and we want to land, so we'll tilt up and then we'll hold down the throttle. And we're basically just nice. And I believe on the GPS you can see that my ass is clear. Take down. There you go. So it's gonna be it for this video. Let's tilt this thing over. Come on. Yes. Blow up. Yes. There we go. That's it for this video. Please like it and subscribe, and you'll be seeing more of these helicopter stuff. And also I'll go through fixed wings later. But yeah. This is gonna be a new playlist, so check for that one. That's gonna be it for this